Hello, hello. Welcome and welcome back to my space. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for everything, for your comments, for your feedbacks, for the cash apps, for the hypes, for the support, for all of this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. And when in the comments you are telling me, why you are watching my readings, all those kind of things, this is food for me, right? Because I am being myself, right? So I'm just doing what I'm doing. And you never know how it lands exactly. So it's so important. So truly, I thank you for doing that because it helps me understand um, what I'm delivering here that is so valuable to you, right? And so it stays in my mind and I can do more of that, right? So anyway, this being said, I opened a few cards. We have a lot of fire energy here, a lot of ones. We are starting with the major arcana, the death card in reverse, a total ending of something. I feel that somebody here was expecting something that is not coming regarding you, the three of wands in reverse. You are very, very defensive. This is a person that put you in kind of a survival mode, I feel. You always had to defend yourself. Whatever you were saying, they were making you feel uncomfortable, like if you were lying, like if you were not saying the truth, like if you were pretending to be somebody that you are not, right? This is kind of what I feel here. And I feel that you got to a place where you said, you know what, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I'm done. I'm tired. Uh, and you had to move forward. What's interesting here it is that in the place of the foundation and the stability, we have the Knight of Wands. This is a very fiery energy. This is somebody who is moving forward all the time, right? So you had to be courageous, and I truly feel that this is what they might not have realized, that you had no problem moving forward, that the efforts that you were doing, maybe trying to respond to them and make them see you in another light, was coming, in fact, from a place of care, of respect, of understanding, of love and care, all those kind of things, right? But listen, at the end of the deck, here we have the answer. What is truly going on here? And this person, in fact, we have the Five of Wands here. This person was competing with you. So, whenever they made you feel like you were lying, or you were pretending, or you needed to defend yourself, or they were projecting on you whatever, right? It was all coming from them. It was all coming from them trying to convince themselves that you are not all that, right? Because we are talking here about someone who's jealous. I already told you that the issue with people who are jealous, very often they don't um, embrace this reality, right? They don't say to themselves, I am jealous, and so it's my issue. I have some kind of insecurity and I need to work on that. I don't have to compare myself to other people. It's not what's happening most of the time. Most of the time, when they feel this jealousy, they will start to observe every little thing and interpret it through the lens of jealousy, trying to calm their jealousy. So what they will do, it is um, see everything that you are doing through the lens of judgment, because if they can point out on things that are not so good about you, then it makes them feel better about themselves, right? And so I truly feel that somebody here was all in your business, putting a microscope on everything you do, playing the devil's advocate. But in fact, it was a reflection of their discomfort with your light, who you are. So they were always putting you in this energy where you needed to defend yourself. it's truly unbearable. I kind of feel that we might be talking here about a family, we might be talking about a sibling, we might be talking also about a best friend, something like best friend, right? This is kind of what I feel that there is here. In the fifth place, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is a drama queen or a drama king, right? You apply it however it applies. We are here with somebody who is in this mentality of playing the victim. So you might have gone through very difficult things in your life, right? But it's irrelevant. They are the victim. They are always the victim, right? So I kind of feel here that you move forward. They didn't see it coming. They didn't see it coming. We have the Three of Wands here in reverse, the Three of Fire in reverse. They were expecting something to come towards them. It's not happening, right? So we will get a little bit deeper into that, get a little bit more information. Understand why it is coming up, my dear collective. Just a reminder, this is a collective read, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours, right? If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender. I'm talking about the energy, so please apply it however it applies. And this reading can be past, present, or future. Okay, it's very interesting that we are starting here with this major arcana. It kind of tells me that there is here something about you putting an ending maybe to try to transform yourself in order to be comfortable to other people. This is the only major arcana that we have here. I feel that you might have been very understanding, very compliant, trying to make other people comfortable at your demise. I think that we can say that. Okay, let's see. Let's get information here. The Death card in reverse. Yeah. Beautiful. Exactly. We have the Star here. You being in alignment, listening to your higher self, going towards the path of your wish fulfillment, which I kind of feel that this person was trying to block you from that, right? Already, where you were, they were jealous. So seeing you elevate was not an option, right? So this is truly being in alignment and consulting, not with other people, but with yourself, with your higher self, with the highest, right? And let me remind you, this card here that we have here, it's the card that was at the bottom of the deck, right? So they are competing with you. You are not competing with them. You are not defending yourself. You are not. You are not. You understand here that when somebody is being competitive with you, right? You might have understood something about jealousy that you might have overlooked before, right? And now you don't. So you decided not to fight for this connection, for this relationship. 1 second, I want to check that you can see all the cards. You can. I put the camera a little bit higher so you have a better view. But then I have to stand up in order to see the cards. Yeah. Yeah, you decided that when there is this energy there that you feel that you need to defend yourself, you are not doing that. You are not doing that. You are not listening to other people telling you who you are. You are not feeling the need anymore, maybe, to defend yourself. And it doesn't mean that before you felt the need. Maybe you felt the need, right? But even if not, maybe before you did it for some kind of reason, but you might have understood that it's a losing game. It's a losing game. The death is in reverse, right? When we have the death card, we are talking about transformation. In reverse, there is no transformation. So you might have said, okay, maybe they are insecure, maybe with more love, more care, more understanding, it will change. But I feel that you understood that it doesn't. It doesn't change anything. Something else here about this death card. Yeah, seeing things very clearly. You were not confused anymore. You were not confused anymore. You understood here something, and you are not putting any energy in fighting with other people, trying to defend yourself, especially when they are coming in this attacking energy, right? Because there's a difference between explaining yourself and defending yourself, right? Here we are talking about people who are attacking you. So sometimes it can be very sneaky, right? Like they are doubting of what you say, and they are like, you feel when it's coming from a real curiosity to understand you, or if the questions are just in order to make you feel insecure, right? It's a totally different energy. Totally different energy. It makes me think about a comment that I saw, and I answered to it, but I want to share it with you. Somebody said something like, if people don't see me for who I am, like I'm not interested. Just let's be a little bit softer here, right? People are not meant to see you for who you are. They are not meant to understand who you are without knowing you. Like putting such expectations, at the end of the day, we are losing, right? If we are coming from a place of people have to see me for who I am, people need to, all those kind of things, right? We cannot expect that, but we can expect respect, we can expect a healthy curiosity, right? But expecting people to see you for who you are, no, absolutely not. We cannot. This is delusional, right? Okay, let's see. The 7 of Wands, you putting up boundaries, defending yourself. Look, again, we have this death card in reverse. You might have gone no contact. You might have gone no contact. You might have gone low contact. Yeah, you might be talking about people who are not even respecting boundaries, right? Yeah, not respecting boundaries. Yeah, but there is here something about them feeling that they lost control over you, because you might have been compliant in the past and you are not so compliant anymore. I feel that you have understood that being compliant is not helping your situation. It's not. Because they are not changing. I also feel here that they might have thought that you held up boundaries for some time and you would release it. You would, they will be able to come back in some kind of way. That the boundaries were just, a crisis. If we are talking here about a drama queen, drama king, doesn't matter, I said, they might have projected this on you. Yeah, they are just making their crisis, it will pass, it will pass. No, absolutely not. You are maintaining your boundaries. Up. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. You took back your energy. You took back your energy. You are not paying attention to them. They seems to be paying attention to you. Let me see here the Strength card if I'm getting something more. feels even with this page of Earth in reverse, you are not investing in them at all. You don't care anymore. There is here something about you realizing, maybe realizing that this person was in competition with you, that they didn't want to see you win, that their whole behavior was truly an attack towards you because they were coming from a place of competing with you, a place of jealousy. Tell me here about the Strength in reverse. Yeah, look, they wanted to win at all costs. It doesn't work. It doesn't work because I kind of feel that if they were trying to bait you, you didn't bite. If they were trying to provoke you, you didn't respond. If they are trying to reach you in some kind of way, it doesn't go through, or no, it's not working. It's not working. But it's interesting, right? Because here it's truly, I want to win at all costs. It's all very aggressive, controlling energies. There is nothing soft here, nothing. No, it's you needing to be very protective of yourself, right? There is a lot of stuck energy. But what I also feel here, it is that somehow this connection have forced you into totally embodying yourself. You are not bending yourself anymore for other people. It doesn't mean that you won't work with other people. It doesn't mean that suddenly you become cold and rigid and ego-driven. I don't feel that. But I kind of feel that when you feel this energy, right? You won't doubt yourself anymore. When you feel that somebody all the time is coming from a negative place, making you feel that you need to justify yourself, making you this person was clearly not showing you love, obviously. But you might have thought that it's some kind of flow in their character, right? Maybe you said, okay, they are introvert, or they are like this, or they are like that. But at the end of the day, all of this doesn't matter, right? If all the time you are attacked, if all the time you need to defend yourself, it doesn't matter why. You know, people who say, yes, I'm like this because of that, okay. This explains, but it doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean that I need to carry that. It doesn't mean that I need to suffer because of that. And I also think that we receive it totally differently when somebody is willing to make an effort. But when you are dealing with someone who just is the way that they are, and they tell you that you need to accept them the way that they are, while you need to make all the efforts, it's a no. It's a no. Okay, let's see here. The Three of Wands in reverse. It feels that they were expecting something to come back. Tell me. The Three of Fire in reverse. Yeah, listen, we might be talking about a toxic family. And no, and you are not coming back because there is here something about you understanding that you are dealing with people who are emotionally effed up and they are not doing anything about it. The death card here is here twice. We are talking about people who are not healing. There is no possible transformation. It is rigid, it is stuck. So I truly feel that you did what you were supposed to do. When the situation doesn't change, then you have to change your perception over the situation. And you have to change your expectations, your approach. I truly feel that this is what we are talking about here. Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, we might be talking about family. You had to be I want to say you had to be the emotionally mature here But I feel that you were always the emotionally mature. But I also feel that they made you feel that you were not. That they were saying, you are always creating problems, you have to accept people the way that they are. While they were in fact competing with you when they didn't accept you the way that you are. They wanted to dim you, right? Anything else here about this Three of Wands in reverse? Yeah, listen. Protection, self-protection. You refusing to drink their poison. Yeah. Those cards together here, for me, it's truly, they thought that they would find a way to somehow keep you stuck. Being forced to come back. You didn't. You didn't. You might have prioritized your mental health, your well-being, even though they might have done something truly in order to force you. You know, it's like you are breaking up with someone and they will keep something in their house of yours, knowing that it's very, very important to you and that you will have to come back in order to get this thing, you know? Somebody healthy would say, listen, I have something of yours. I know that it's important to you. I don't want to see you. I will put it somewhere and you can come and take it. Here it is intentionally. They are holding on to it, knowing that you will have to contact them for that. It's just an example, right? But this is the mentality. But you decided not to do it. You decided not to do it. You decided that it's better to lose something that might be precious to you, but what is more precious to you, it is yourself, right? Okay. Let's see here. The Knight of Wands. Tell me the Knight of Wands. Amazing. We have once again this Five of Swords in the reverse coming up. I saw it before here. Yeah, listen. It's amazing because I was talking to you about losing something in order to protect yourself. Simply, right? Look, we have the Six of Wands here. Yeah. You might have lost even people, right? Maybe you knew that this person or those people, when you would put those boundaries, you knew that there would be some kind of smear campaign. You knew that you would have to, you knew that they would talk shit about you, right? And that people would criticize you because they would listen to them. But you didn't care. You prioritize yourself. You prioritize your happiness. Yeah. There is here something truly about your self that they didn't envision. They didn't envision how courageous you were. They didn't envision your self-love, your self-respect. But it's kind of crazy, right? Because on one side, they are jealous. So what are they jealous of? But on the other side, as said, in their inner narrative, in order to make themselves feel more comfortable with themselves and not feeling so jealous about you, which it doesn't work, right? But people are still doing that. So they were convincing themselves that you were, here I would say, maybe weak, maybe not fighting for yourself, no self-confidence, maybe that you were abusing some kind of toxic lifestyle, that you were not fighting for yourself, maybe something like that. And it's not the case. It's not the case, right? here, I feel that the courageous thing to do, I feel that for you, right? Staying, fighting, defending yourself, this was courage, when in fact, in this situation, courage, it is not fighting. Courage, it is moving forward and letting it behind. But they might have convinced you that you are not somebody who fights for what's important, right? Because they wanted to keep you stuck in this energy. Very often, this is what narcissistic people are doing, right? They are making you feel that you are the problem, and then you are the one fighting for the connection, right? Because you are making efforts, you are willing to self-reflect, you are willing to do everything, and people are getting to a very, very dark place, right? Carrying so many burdens and so much lack of clarity, so much confusion. It's emotionally exhausting, right? So you are already emotionally exhausted because you don't want to let go, you want to fight for the connection, and they make you feel that you are so easy to let go, right? When it's not the case. It's absolutely not the case. You know, it's like they're saying, for example, yeah, nobody ever fought for me. All my exes they never fought for me, and my parents never fought for me. They are playing the victim all the time, right? The world is ugly, and you want to convince them that no, that you truly love them and that you truly want to fight for them. But it's all manipulation in order to keep you stuck, right? Because you don't want to let them down. You want to prove to them that no, it's not true what you are saying. And this is how they are holding people on. Because you don't want to abandon them, because then, you know, they will just go back into their belief that everybody's abandoning them and nobody truly loves them, when in fact it is just a manipulation tactic in order to keep you stuck, to put the responsibility of their emotional self on you. Right? It's very ugly. It's a very ugly trick. And most of them are using that, right? So here the courageous thing was to let go, not to fight, not to defend yourself. You don't need to defend yourself. Somebody who is all the time asking you to defend yourself, it's a no. It's a no. Right? Okay. Let's see now this Queen of Cups in reverse. Tell me. The Queen of Water in reverse. The Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah. They thought you would come back. They thought you would be stuck. You are not. You took the lead. The Emperor. And they are playing the victim, right? They are playing the victim. They are using their sheets. Tell me something more here. Yeah, you went towards calmer waters, and now they lost their scapegoat, but in fact they never lose their scapegoat, right? Because you might already be gone, but you stay the scapegoat in the narrative. The fault is yours, right? Always, always. But there is here also something about them painting you in a certain light, that now with this Emperor, it kind of feels like it doesn't hold, right? Whatever they have said about you, it doesn't hold. Because the Emperor is somebody logical, respectful, honest. We have the energy of all the kings here, right? Intelligent, emotionally mature, but somebody who knows how to take the right decisions. And the right decision was to go towards calmer waters, because whoever we are talking about here, they just stressed you out. We are here with someone that you might have put every boundary that you want, they wouldn't have respected it, right? They wouldn't. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else that I can get here regarding this Queen of Cups in reverse. Tell me. Yeah, listen. It's dramatic for them, right? Because you might have been very, very depressed. You might have been very depressed when you were dealing with those people, and since you are not dealing with whoever we are talking about here, you are in a good mental space. I also feel here that you let go, they didn't, right? They don't want to grieve. They are still waiting here, right? For you to come back. Like they are avoiding the truth. But you know, at the end of the day, when somebody is stuck in this energy of playing the victim all the time, right? It's their comfort zone. It's their comfort zone. This is what, you know, they are playing the victim because it's more comfortable to you know, it attracts some kind of sympathy, you know, and then it's an excuse to not take the lead, to not move forward, right? Okay, let's go to closure. What should the collective know about this exactly? Closure. Putting down the burdens. Very interesting. Listen. The 10, we had so much wands here. It's all this reading is talking about pure energy, right? When we are talking about the wands, if we are looking at the tree of life here, right? This is the tree of life. This is the pure energy. We might say the godly, the divine energy, right? The first stage here, it is the fire energy. Here is the pentacles, but here it's the fire, then there is the water, then there is the air, and then there is the pentacle. This is the manifestation, right? But right under the divine energy, the pure energy, we have the fire. So here we are truly talking about how people are moving in their life, right? I kind of feel that this person somehow judged your life force, because we have this Knight of Wands here, and we have this Nine of Cups here. I truly feel that they were attacking or talking badly about your life force, while during all this time they were trying to burden you, to dim your life force, right? So the moment that you put down the burdens, right? Once again, we are with the wands, we are with the fire element. You put down the burdens, you are in full control. And it's interesting, here we see the house is burning. Yeah, the house is burning. But the house was always burning, because somebody who is stuck in a victim's mentality, the house is always burning. And they love it, because then they have the excuse that they need to take care of the house that's burning, right? It's an excuse not to build anything, not to heal anything, right? Anything else here? Yeah, you move forward. You move forward, you are stable emotionally, you can concentrate on your life, move forward. Look, the abundance. You are independent. You were always independent, and this is why the little tricks here, it didn't work. It didn't work. Them holding on to something to force you to come back, it didn't work. Yeah. Listen, this is what they didn't see. They didn't see who you are inside. Because I kind of feel that we are talking here about someone who's staying very, very superficial, right? So your deepness might only be accessible to people who are as deep, right? I'm seeing, you know, a deep hole, right? If somebody doesn't have the right eyes, all they see it's black, right? In order to truly see that there is to see the depth of the hole, you have to have the right eyes. I don't know if the image is right, but I kind of feel like they didn't see that. They didn't see the richness of your inner world. They didn't see, they didn't understand even your actions, right? I will tell you something, right? Me, the whatever I'm doing is very, very different from other people, right? For example, I know that for me, whatever I want to do, I cannot count on just discipline. It's not working for me. But what is working for me, it is bringing myself to a place where I want to do it, right? This is what works for me. For people who are all about fighting against themselves, and you have to have discipline, they might be judging me as not being able to fight for myself, making myself excuses, all those kind of things, right? Because they just don't understand my mindset. They don't understand it. So they are judging that, right? And they are saying, yeah, you are just making yourself excuses. Why should I make myself excuses? Like, is it your business? No. So why should I? But they you know, they want to think that that's because it's too pleasant to myself. They don't like it, right? Just an example. So anyway, listen, I will leave it here. I hope that it was helpful, insightful, maybe even healing. I kind of feel that they are stuck, right? They are stuck. They are still, you know, painting themselves as the victim. But it truly feels here that, you know, you don't care. You don't care. You moved away, right? You have grieved this relationship, put down the burdens. You are in your full power at the end of the day, right? You are in your full power. So, wishing you a beautiful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you are watching this. I'll see you in the comments. Until very, very soon. Bye.